Hi, this is Sunny and welcome to my channel. Hi, I'm Sunny and welcome to Sunny's Starlight. Before we start, please like, share, subscribe and comment. And if you haven't already pressed the bell icon, please do so as it will notify you of any videos that I release. Today we're going to be looking at the trailer for Kedarnath starring Sushant Singh Rajput and Sara and directed by Abhishek Kapoor. Now, I've already done a reaction to the official teaser, but this is the full trailer. So let's have a look at it before we discuss, shall we?
यात्री यहाँ आते हैं तीर्थ पे अपने भगवान से मिलने और उनकी सुविधा हमारा धर्म है। प्रस्ताव है कि रामबाड़ा में 2 स्टार होटल बनेगा।
हर साल हम उतने ही यात्री को बुलाएं जितने का इंतजाम कर सकते हैं। ना वादी पे बोझ आएगा ना लोगों पे।
तुम कहाँ से आ गए हमारे बीच?
हम तो हमेशा से यहाँ हैं। पुश्तें हमारी सेवा करती आई हैं। श्रद्धा में हम उनके शामिल हुए, कंधों पे बिठा के तीर्थ कराया है। और ये बात हमारी आपकी नहीं है, ये पूरे केदारनाथ की बात है।
Wow, beautiful, isn't it?
तेरी माँ की आरती। जानते हो ना हमें? क्या नाम है?
मसूर।
इनका।
नहीं होगा ये संगम, चाहे प्रलय ही क्यों ना आए।
तो जाप करूंगी दिन रात की आए।
Wow, 7th of December, so mark your calendars for this event and hopefully we'll get to see the film because we're not sure at this moment in time whether this film will get released or not, as there has been a lot of controversy surrounding it since the release of the teaser and the trailer. But let me just take you back to the beginning, where this film has had nothing but issues since the day it started filming, or in fact when the project was ready to be filmed, whereby we've had different producers opt in and then opt out of the project. Finally it's gone to Ronnie Screwvala, who's a huge producer, and he's now financed it, but there were also some financial difficulties halfway through. The lead actress then signed a film with another huge director, so that was Sara who signed Simba opposite Ranveer Singh, to be directed by Rohit Shetty, who makes huge mega blockbusters and box office hits. So if Sara didn't actually have this film as her debut, then she would have had Simba as her debut, and it would have been a mega success anyway. But having this film, even if it doesn't do too well, she will actually have this other film releasing 2 or 3 weeks after Kedarnath. So either way, this girl is causing quite a buzz in Bollywood and has become a bit of a sensation before even the release of her first film. And also, as I said, this film is now being shrouded in lots of controversy. So there are a couple of things. First of all, there are people from different religious groups who are claiming that this hurts their sentiments and their beliefs. Secondly, there are people who are objecting to the fact that they're objectifying this tragedy that actually happened a few years ago, where these flash floods actually claimed thousands of lives. And finally, the third one is that people on social media are kind of making light fun, but accusing Sara Ali Khan of actually causing these floods back all those years ago, because she wished for destruction to come, as it said in the trailer that you saw. So quickly to address this, I think I'll just say that we should really sort of wait for the whole film before we start objecting, because look what happened recently with Padmavat earlier this year, where there was lots of objections raised and lots of violence, and then suddenly the film got released and nobody found anything objectionable in it, and all of a sudden the film was a huge blockbuster hit. So, let's reserve judgment. So moving on with the story, Kedarnath is actually a real place which is on the bottom of the Himalayas, and it's a holy place with a temple devoted to Lord Shankar. And people go on a pilgrimage to pray to Lord Shankar there. Now, from start to finish, I believe the actual journey to get to Kedarnath, the temple itself, is about 16 miles long. And so you can take initially some transport like buses or horseback or on donkeys, but you can only go so far, and then the rest of the journey has to be made on foot. And it's quite difficult for the elderly and the disabled. So they have these, what you saw in the film, in the trailer just now, the role that Sushant Singh Rajput plays is that of a Bittu, who actually carries people in a basket-like seat on their backs, and they go through this hazardous journey of rocky stones and mountain to climb up to the top. Now, Sushant Singh Rajput plays a Muslim boy, and Sara Ali Khan plays a Hindu girl who's there on pilgrimage with her family. And it's quite ironic that they play those religious backgrounds, because in real life it's the reverse, because Sushant Singh Rajput is actually a Hindu and Sara Ali Khan is a Muslim. But that's just clever casting or deliberate casting, I don't know. So they fall in love during this pilgrimage, which is actually set on the backdrop of this real life event, as I said. So let's be absolutely clear that the story is fictional, the love story is fictional, but the backdrop of the floods is real. So those actually happened, but the love story is basically a work of fiction. Sara Ali Khan, as I said in the teaser, has that magical X factor from the teaser, where we just saw her face and no dialogues. I deduced that she has that X factor, and she just lights up the screen with her personality without saying a word. But having heard her say a few words of dialogue and seeing her facial expressions with different emotions, this girl can really act, and I don't think it looks like this is somebody who's a newcomer and a starter, and this is her first film. So I'm quite impressed with her, and I'm dying to see the rest of this film with her in it. And Sushant Singh Rajput also, his character is much more fleshed out now, and so we know that he plays somebody who's quite passionate, possibly shy, so he has a lot of different facets to his character, and I think he'll probably do quite well as well. So Sara Ali Khan actually reminds me very much of her mother Amrita Singh, who was also a superstar in the 90s, because she always played these feisty characters, and the first thing that we see in this trailer with Sara is when she's watching the cricket match, and she almost swears and changes the ending of that swearing, or cussing rather, and so that made me laugh. And also the scene where she's riding on the donkey and she says, "What's the name?" and he responds by saying his name, saying Mansoor, and she said, "Not you, him," the donkey. So that was quite funny. So I can see this being a kind of a light-hearted love story to start with, and as time goes on, progresses, it'll probably get very intense, and you can see the conflict coming in, and then finally it reaches a crescendo with the flash floods. Now I believe, this is my theory, but I believe that this film will probably have a very sad ending, because that's the in thing, and also to make an epic love story, you can't have them living happily ever after. I mean, all the best love stories always have the lovers dying in the end, and such has been the case recently with Sairat or Darak or any other great film with love stories, Romeo and Juliet even. So yeah, I feel that we're going to get that, and what this gives me a sense of really is the Indian version of Titanic, because I feel that Sushant Singh Rajput will probably sacrifice himself by saving Sara Ali Khan, because I believe she actually gets married, because there's a scene in there where she's in a bridal outfit and she's getting married, obviously not to Sushant because she doesn't look very happy, and then the floods will come, and then Sushant will save her and her husband possibly as well, and sacrifice himself like Jack did for Rose in Titanic at the end. So I think it's going to be a bit of a sad ending, so you know, take your tissues with you and make sure you know, you don't cry in your popcorn. I don't know the ending, I'm just guessing. Let me know in the comments what you think of the film, the trailer, what you think of Sara Ali Khan, what you think about the film, what you think about my hypothesis of what I think might happen. Anything, guys, you know, just comment down below. My star rating for this film is, I gave the teaser a rating of 4 stars out of 5, so my Sunny Star rating for this film, even after watching the trailer, is still 4 out of 5, and I hope that we get to see this film in the cinemas and its release on time, and without any more problems with this film, because I think it deserves to be seen now. One interesting fact about this film, I'll tell you, is that during the real event of the floods, a lot of boulders and rocks came down first before the actual water came down, and one of the things that happened was a huge rock landed on the back of the temple, and the water was the water followed afterwards, behind the temple, and because that rock had fallen just behind the temple, the actual water then sort of parted ways and went around the side of the temple, and thereby leaving the temple untouched and not destroyed. If that rock had not fallen behind it, the water would have gone straight through the temple and destroyed it. So it's also seems like a miracle, and it's viewed as a miracle, and you'll see the picture that I put up, so it shows you exactly what's happened, and people also now pray to this rock for saving the temple as well. So India is a very magical place, and you know, this is what makes India very fascinating, because whether you believe in these things or not, there is always wonderful sort of stories where you think, how can this happen? And it's only in India that you can get these kind of things that are magical and mystical. So it's land of mystery and magic, for sure. So keep watching this channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what you think about this film, and whether you're dying to see it. And keep watching until the next time. This is Sunny signing out.